show. Today's topic I'm gonna be speaking on is the motherfucking king of Compton, EAZY motherfucking E. And when I very first met EAZY E, you feel me? You gotta realize this is a success story because of the fact of, you know, I was a young kid growing up in South Central, just like all the rest of us. You feel me? And NWA, Dr. Dre, Easy E, Yella, and Ren were all world when NWA came out. You know what I'm saying? 88, 89. You know what I mean? It was really popping and on. There was no other groups out like them. You know what I mean? I was young, maybe like 14, 13, 14 years old when they first came out. You feel me? To 20 some years later, be able to be on an album with the King of Compton, EAZY E. You feel me? I still can't believe it myself, and it's been years since I've been on this shit. You know, shout out to Rhythm D, that was EAZY's producer, who produced Compton City G's for EAZY E, and a couple some other songs for him, as well as Bone Thugs and Harmony, Mag 10, and the rest. Shout out to Rhythm D. But you know, at this time, I was signed to Rhythm D, and they were coming out with the EAZY E record at the time when I was working on my record, Los Angeles, my debut album. And so Rhythm asked me, he was like, well, Floss, you know, we working on EAZY E record. They done pulled some verses out of the vault that nobody has heard, you know, or a couple of people heard before this artist. And so they're coming out with this album called Impact of a Legend. And Floss, would you like to be on the album? So you gotta realize I was asked to be on this album. So yeah. I'm on the album more than anybody. I think it's only like 8 songs. I'm on like 4.5, 5 songs more than anybody. You know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Paperboy from Do the Diddy. Do the Diddy if you want to. All right. So this story is crazy because I had already met EAZY E long before I was asked to be on the record. And the reason why I met EAZY E and I got to meet NWA and Dr. Dre and EAZY E and Ren and all of them, it was because my cousin Big Ron, who used to play professional football for the Raiders and Denver Broncos and all that. A lot of my family members played in the NFL. Joe Cormier, they all played for USC alumni. And so after these bodyguards after these football players stop becoming football players, they get old or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them become bodyguards. They turn to bodyguards. So that's what my cousin Big Ron Scoggins. He also was the bodyguard for Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, LL Cool J. So rap had turned me all the way out at 13, 14 years old because I had my cousin who was bodyguard for all these big name artists who would send me the autograph picture. He'll send me the troop suits and all this old shit. He'll send me all this. I was turned out by the time I was 15, 16 years old. And so Ron would, you know, every time that EAZY and them was around, Ron would have me and my other cousin, he'll pick us up and he would bring us around EAZY E. What up? So he would have us around EAZY E. And the very first time I met EAZY E was at Michelet's video shoot, If We Make Love with David Peaston. I appreciate that. Thanks. Appreciate that. One love. Appreciate the love. And so that was the first time I met EAZY E. And EAZY E wasn't nothing like how I thought EAZY E would be. You know what I'm saying? When you hear the records and all that, you would think that, you know, EAZY on some gang shit or some, you know, arrogant or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so EAZY wasn't nothing like that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna display some shit that I normally wouldn't say that EAZY E was telling us. Sometimes I keep shit to myself, but you know, I remember EAZY E coming up to me and my cousin and asking me and my cousin, "Have y'all ever had y'all dick sucked?" And we looked at each other, we couldn't believe it, right? And so we was like, "Yeah." He was like, "No, y'all didn't. No, y'all didn't. What'd it feel like?" And we was like, "It feel wet." I swear to God on my life, Jesus Christ. He was walking around the video shoot the whole day talking about wet, wet, wet all day. So we there for maybe like 10 hours at this video shoot with Michelet, Dr. Dre, and all. That's when I first seen Dr. Dre was that jealous shit he had on Michelet. When he walked in the room and he seen two dudes up in there, it was me and my cousin, 13, 14 years old. He was looking hella mad. He was looking mean, like he was hella mean. And so EAZY had a dually. He had the dually before motherfuckers had the dually, the long truck, the big long truck with the two tires on the back. You know what I'm saying? And so I can recall EAZY giving me his keys and was like, y'all can go chill in the car and listen to some music and shit. You know, me, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in his car, and if I get an EAZY car, the first thing I want to do is I want to look and see what he's playing. What kind of stuff does EAZY have in his truck? What does EAZY listen to? And what I saw was EAZY was listening to Rolls Royce, old school. You know what I'm saying? He listened to the old school shit. And so, you know, from there, after the video shoot and all that shit was over, I would see EAZY on my own, like being in the car, being on my own, see him in the car in the streets. And so he had a white 850 BMW. I could recall EAZY had a white, the Sharp BMW. You know what I'm saying? And so every time I would pull up and I would see him, because I would notice him, we bump the horn, and he'll roll his window down, always on the phone. EAZY would turn around. He like, "You little Ron cousin, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? Like this happened like 3 or 4 times in the streets of LA. And so it was just so ironic to me that they chose me to be on this monumental record of EAZY called Impact of a Legend. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel that if EAZY was alive, that EAZY would change the rap game. You got to realize before a P. Diddy, before a lot of these labels that came out, you know what I'm saying? It was maybe like 1 or 2 labels. I think it was Tony Draper and it was Jay Prince out of Rap A Lot. Other than that, and Def Jam. But other than that, EAZY was the only one who had a functionable record company that was making just as much money. Ruthless Records was making $10 million a month. You got to realize they had JJ Fat, Supersonic, huge NWA albums, and his own solo records. So EAZY was making a bunch of money, you know, before his demise. And that's the reason why I think they killed EAZY. They killed EAZY. They did. They killed EAZY. Shout out to the King of Compton, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of us losing our tomorrows. The Nipseys, the EAZYs, the Pacs, the Biggies, you know what I'm saying? You don't see no other genre of music where people is killing each other. What up? What up, Ashley? What's good? I'm just fed up with the shit and the fact of I posted this tonight because of the fact of EAZY should still be here. EAZY should still be here. You know, they put stain on his name, talking about he fucked with a gang of women, this and that. Okay, who's not? You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to catch HIV as a heterosexual man unless you're dealing with somebody who actually has that shit. You know what I mean? EAZY was far from homosexual, I feel. Well, even with Diddy, even with a P. Diddy, I still don't wish jail on nobody. You know what I'm saying? They can allegate all they want to and put all the allegations out there, but that doesn't mean that you did it. And nowadays, the allegation is worse than the actual crime. You know what I mean? They're doing that to him on purpose. They're doing that shit to Diddy on purpose. Everybody knows the courts and the judicial system is all about money and getting how much money they can get from you, put you 2 or 3 times back from the steps that you already have stepped. But you know, for them to turn down P. Diddy, they want him to taste the jail food. They said that nigga great. They said he up there acting a damn fool up there, which he should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they say he up there acting a damn fool. He don't want to come out and sell. He using other people's phone cards. They said this nigga hella thin and skinny. His whole hair is great. Everything is great. He mad. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I would be mad too. I'll be mad too. And then the fact they throw Jay-Z and all the rest of these niggas in there, you know what I mean? You got to realize P. Diddy and Jay-Z, I've met both of them before, and they arrogant as shit, especially Jay-Z. Hell of an arrogant. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, some white people they not ready to see that. Uppity, that's what they call it, uppity niggas, and, you know, being black and, you know what I mean, and having all the money. They don't got all that. To the white people who don't have that, they like, let's do something about it. Let's do something about it. You know what I mean? But I appreciate the love I've been getting on here. I appreciate the love. Thanks. You know what I mean? Y'all hit that subscribe and that like button and keep this shit going. I got a bunch of stories of the industry that people don't know about. I sit back and listen to a lot of these stories and on the internet, and a lot of these people wasn't there. You know, I was there. Being an aftermath for a whole year. I've been through a whole lot of shit. I've seen a lot of things in this industry. And so I could have pushed it further and went to the pinnacle of what I was trying. But I was like, when I saw that it wasn't about talent, it was basically about how bad that you wanted to succeed. And these things, these innuendos and these propositions that they put out there for you to do, you know what I'm saying? When it's really supposed to be about talent. So that's what kind of had me sour on the music game. I'm good. It's kind of cool on the music game, but I still love it. I'll always be an artist. And that's the reason why I'm pumping this album of the King of Compton that I'm on, called Impact of a Legend with EAZY. I can't forget that. I can't get that out of my mind. I can't let that just go to the wayside, knowing that I was chosen to be on this album. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. This music game is it's a cold thing for all you youngsters out there that's trying to get up in this music game, and your parents tell you to read the fine print or go get you a trade at the same time. You can still do your music, but always have something else to fall back on, because it's a shiesty, crafty, demonic business. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I wouldn't even say if it wasn't. But I done did everything that I was supposed to do in music, but besides the thing that they wanted me to do. So I can look in the mirror and have my self-respect and say that I didn't do this, or they didn't allow me or make me do this. I can look in the mirror and feel proud, instead of, you know, these motherfuckers had us do some shit that we really weren't supposed to do. That's what called selling your soul. Selling your soul is called, the definition of that is when you do something that you normally wouldn't do, because you stand on your own business, you stand on this, but then you ignore that and you go do what they want you to do for the price of success and money. That's what's called selling your soul. You dig? Get it right, get it tight, love each other, stop the hating, start the loving. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Floss mode. I'm gone. Rest in peace to EAZY, King of Compton. Gone.